What's up guys, Random Racer here with another tech video for you guys today. And today I bring you guys a quick, quiet unboxing and review of the original BlackBerry Torch 9800. I got this BlackBerry from Rogers. Since I lost my iPhone 4, they offered a courtesy phone at a discounted price, so I decided to pick one up and see what it's like and probably give it to my mom who needs a cell phone. Anyways, let's get started with this quick unboxing.
Before is you playing?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
BlackBerry or you a part of
Oh.
Alright, so I've been using the BlackBerry Torch here for about a week now, kind of on and off, been switching back from my iPhone. I've been using the iOS software here, or the iPhone, for about 3 years now, if you include my iPod Touch, but, so yeah, not really going to give up the iPhone, but, probably going to end up giving this to my mom, so she can actually have a smartphone for once, but anyways, but yeah, I can see why people like BlackBerries. It's a pretty nice device. I've always been, like, kind of sketchy about it, but, after, actually experiencing the device, it's a pretty very good smartphone, very nicely built, and the back here is all rubberized, which is kind of cool, gives you more grip when holding the phone. But yeah, I chose the Torch because, well, I had the option from the Torch, the Bold, the Odor Bold, and these, what was the other one? The Curve. And I decided to go with the Torch because I always like this this cool sliding feature here, which I always like with these slider phones. But anyways, yeah, it's a pretty cool device. It is a capacitive touchscreen, like similar to the iPhone 4 and 4S. But anyways, yeah, like I said, it's a pretty cool device. The keyboard thing here, for those of you who never used the BlackBerry keyboards, like say you're coming from an iPhone, I could also see why people like the keyboard here. The physical keys, they're actually really useful. These are a bit more smaller. I played with the BlackBerry Bold, the new one, and the keys are a lot more larger on. That's more easier to type on. But this, it's still typable. My hands are just big enough that it doesn't, accidentally press two buttons. But I could see why, people like this physical keyboard. It's actually really useful, and it'd be kind of cool if the iPhone kind of had a slide-out keyboard. But Apple, they're probably not going to do that anytime soon. Anyways, on the top here, we just have your call button. This is kind of like I'm actually not actually sure what this. I guess it's the BlackBerry button. It's kind of like a secondary click. And of course, you have your scroll wheel here, which is of course touch sensitive, and you got your backspace or return, and of course your end button. On the other side here, like I mentioned, you got the rubberized surface, BlackBerry logo. It does boost a 5 megapixel camera with flash, and it's a decent camera. I'd say it's on par with almost the iPhone 4, better than the iPhone 3G, as you could say. And of course, again, it has flash, which is a cool feature, but all BlackBerries have that for quite a while now. On the side here, this is where you charge and sync your BlackBerry device with the mini USB. And on the other side here, you have your volume keys, which are also rubberized, kind of cool, integrated right in the device, and kind of a smart button, so you can set it to open your camera or any other application. Anyways, yeah, in terms of the OS itself, this is running BlackBerry 6 OS. They have the new one now called BlackBerry 7, and unfortunately, even though this thing came out in 2010, BlackBerry doesn't support this anymore. I don't know why. It was out less than a year, and they came out with new ones, and they won't support their older devices. With like the iPhones, the iPod Touches, Apple supports it for like 3 years. My first generation iPod Touch, it was supported up to like 3 years. So I'm not really sure why BlackBerry did that, but I guess it's because maybe it's the processor or something like that. I believe the new ones have a dual core processor. This one doesn't. It's an older model, but So yeah, it is running an older version of BlackBerry OS, the 6th version, but it still works. All your icons and stuff, you know, you still get BBM and all that. I don't have data, so I can't really test out BBM, but it's similar to text messaging, similar to iMessage, obviously, but you know, it's just a little more fancy way of messaging people than text messaging, pretty much. Anyways, you have other applications here, camera, video camera as well. There's App World, which is kind of like, you know, BlackBerry's version of the App Store on Apple's iOS device, obviously. Not as good. I actually use it because this does take Wi-Fi, or it has Wi-Fi capabilities, and but yeah, it's not really that great. You also have Facebook, Twitter, you know, all your standard applications, your social networking applications, that is. And let's see what else we have here: calculator, notes, calendar. You know, just all your general applications that that pretty much all smartphones have these days. But anyways, not really a whole lot to touch about. You know, it's a BlackBerry, and it's not as flexible as the iPhone is in terms of, you know, what it has to offer and the customization and all that you can do. But it's a pretty awesome device, actually, and I see why people like them. It's you know, it's limited, but some people like that, and I can see why a lot of business people like using the BlackBerries as well. But yeah, guys, it's not sure what else to say about it. In terms of battery life, I found the battery life on the Torch here a lot more better than the iPhone. But then again, the iPhone is a lot more smaller device, and not as the BlackBerry is not as powerful as it. So you know, that means it doesn't have to use a lot of juice. But anyways, in terms of the battery itself, you guys saw this in the unboxing. But to take the back off, you just push down on the lid and it pops like so. Your memory card can go in here. This, I believe, has built-in 4 GB of storage, and you can expand this all the way up to 32 GB with those, you know, micro SD cards. Whereas battery goes in here, and your SIM card goes in that slot. But anyways, am I going to use this? We'll probably use it a little bit more just to play around with it, but other than that, I'll be obviously sticking with the iPhone 4S here. Probably, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to give this to my mom, and hopefully she'll like it, to have a cell phone at least. But yeah, of course, this phone is locked with Rogers, which is our kind of main carrier here in Canada. Here you can compare it to like AT&T in the United States. And yeah, not sure what else to say about this, but the BlackBerry Torch is a pretty awesome device. You know, BlackBerries, they're not like crap or anything. They're pretty awesome devices, and hopefully RIM comes out. They're supposed to be coming out with a new BlackBerry 10 OS and a newer line of upgraded BlackBerries for this year, which hopefully will save them. If not, then they're kind of screwed. They're a Canadian company, so I kind of hope they do well. You know, support Canadian companies, at least up here in Canada. So hopefully, you know, do something to get them back up there. But if they don't, they're gonna be screwed because their market share, last I checked, was like $12 a share, which really sucks. At one point in 2008, they were $180 a share. So that's just an example of how down they went. But anyways, you know, BlackBerries, still awesome devices. If you like them, definitely go for them. Am I gonna switch to it? Probably not, because as I mentioned, been using the iPhone for like 3 years now, and including that, but touch like 4 or 5 years in terms of the iOS software. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Here's I guess a quick comparison of the two devices. Obviously the screen on the iPhone 4 is a little bit bigger. It's a 3.5-inch screen compared to looks like a 3.3 or 3.4. Thickness wise, I have a case on this, so you guys can't really tell. But the iPhone obviously is about thin as the iPhone 4 is thin as this part here, and but nonetheless, it's still, I don't know, I've always had a heart for these slider phones, which I always thought was cool, and this kind of like a dark chrome black theme is pretty nice. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions or comments about this, the BlackBerry Torch 9800, ask away, and I'll see you all next video. Peace.